I should stop. Hello and welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
And welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 3, episode 18, also known as episode 108, also known as our We Have to Go Back to Blue episode. Welcome to the show, everybody. I know that neither of you get that We Have to Go Back joke. It's a lost joke. Just laugh. It was funny.
Oh, haha, I get it now. Cool.
So, yeah, here we are. Another live election day show. Not pregnant this year.
So you can have all the drinks.
So I can have all the drinks. I have.
Wait, you were pregnant when Trump was elected?
I absolutely was not. I was pregnant last year when we did the live
the
Roy Moore race.
Yeah. That's right. I'm not. Memory and math are not my strong suit.
All good, man.
I was going to say, how did you get through the 2016 election?
The longest gestation period of a human ever.
Hello out there to the chat. This show is live because Florida is literally fucking killing me right now. And I'm keeping an eye on all the North Carolina races, which I, feel fairly like really connected with because we volunteered at the polls and I really did a lot of research and talked to a lot of people about a lot of things. And I, again, not to brag, but I know a lot of people who are running, which I went up to one of them today and he's running unopposed. But I was like, hey, I voted for you today. And he was like shocked. Like, what?
Like, that thing that we did today, everyone was posting about.
Yeah.
That thing.
Anyway, good time. So anyway, I'm following everything. I won't say it again, but I heard as of 9:23, Beto was only up by 78 votes. And Jay and I figured out today that we've given a decent amount of money.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we have a guest.
Oh, Cat makes an appearance. I believe that's a drink.
Take a drink.
He almost took a chunk out of my thigh to get up here, but it's fine. It's skin. It'll grow back.
My computer came on charge, so I'm gonna go under the desk and charge it, so don't get any ideas, dirty people out there.
I feel like that should be a drink.
See you later.
Yeah, bam.
So speaking of drinking, Kayla made us an awesome drinking game. So if you were not following along, you should be. We had a cat appearance. We definitely can say that's what she said to what Colleen is doing right now. And I wanted to add, who else supports Beto is Adrian of Yoga with Adrian. So now we have a yoga reference. Boom.
Yeah.
And Beyonce.
And Beyonce. Yes, that's true.
Oh, and Beyonce. Yeah.
We don't get any points for Beyonce on this drinking game, but it is noteworthy.
It is noteworthy.
Well, the next iteration, we can add a bay line.
There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am setting a timer right now for 50 minutes. In 50 minutes from now, we're going to try to wrap this up, which generally means about a half an hour. So figure about an hour, 20 minutes episode. But I'm going to be super distracted and we're just going to start that right now. And I'm not even actually, should I tell Siri? All right, we'll have Siri do it. It wouldn't be a broadcast without me screaming at Siri or something. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 50 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 50 minutes.
She's so agreeable.
She really is.
Nice.
I brought a little prop / costume thing for tonight, and I kind of thought that I was watching the maps before we started to record, and it was kind of depressing. So I was like, I don't know if the United States deserves this if they go just like so red. But so maybe just for now, and then
Oh, I was gonna wear my pussy hat and I forgot it upstairs.
Oh, I'll get out the pussy hat too. This was Bronx citizenship hat, and
you gonna double bag it, put you.
Yes. I got
for good luck.
It's like right. Yes, indeed.
Yes. So, okay. Kayla has a drinking game, which I know you mentioned some of them. If you guys want, we can take turns reading it. I will say hello to the chat in the meantime. Hello, Ro. Hello, Kayla. Hello, Amy. Hello, JP the Ass Man. Hello, Christina. Hello, Janice. Hello, David, and happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Hello, Greg. I think I've got everybody. I was going to say hello, Jay, and then I realized, oh, wait, that's me. Jay is upstairs having a slight, I think, panic attack. So,
yeah.
Guys, the night is still so early. Save yourself the anxiety.
I know.
Still really early. Most of those races are way too close to call.
But that's, I mean, that in and of itself is like, really? How is anything too close to call? Like, how is anyone in their right mind voting for the party that locked the kids up in cages? Like, that's, I don't understand. That's what's depressing to me, is that this should not be close.
All right.
It should be clear,
but also
overwhelming.
Gerrymandering is a thing that happens in this country.
Focus. So. We're down to, I believe, 48 minutes.
Okay.
And actually, Jay is 47 minutes and 32 seconds. If we're
probably playing at home.
Oh, I just had a rant against the Republicans. Yes, Kayla is saying chug, y'all. That's one of the chuggers.
Chug. I was gonna.
This is the fine Lambrusco. $17, so I would not be chugging it.
So, which I bought a wine glass this weekend because my family was in town, and this restaurant near us has these.
A singular glass or a bottle?
No. So we got 2 glasses. We got one for each of us that were there, and it says Optimus or Optimisto or Pessimisto, like in Italian, Optimus and Pessimist. And then there's the line, and the object is to keep your wine above the line.
Oh, that's funny.
It's actually an awesome glass, but I elected to go with the bourbon that I got in Cooperstown because I figured I would drink it slower, and live show, you don't need me to be chugging wine out of nerves, and
that's fair.
Yeah,
that
goes down a lot quicker. But I also I bought this cute little glass to drink some of the hashtag got tequila in.
Nice.
As well. So I'm sure that's going to end well with both of these together. Anyway, okay. So the rest of the drinking game stuff.
Oh, I'm going to tell you a story about my the wine. But I guess now it's not. Now I've built it up too much. Now it's going to be a crappy story.
No, please, by all means. I can't wait to hear about your wine.
See, now it's a bad story. Guys, we've buried the lead. Anyway, so my favorite wine store moved from down the street to now between the subway and my apartment. Potentially dangerous. We'll see. It is a great thing, but great thing from a belly, terrible thing from a wallet. Case in point, went to the wine store. I was like, you know what? It's a special occasion. I would like something bubbly. So I went to the cooler, but it's like a nice wine store, so like nothing has price tags on it. So I went for something that I knew I liked, brought it up to check out, and $17.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm too embarrassed to be like, oh, that's more than I wanted to spend tonight. I'll go put this back. So I just paid for it. Like the adult that I am. But yeah, so it became kind of an inadvertent treat yourself kind of night. So cheers.
It's going to be a yourself night. It's election night.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Cheers to that.
Okay, so the rest of the drinking game for everybody who is playing along is take a drink if feminist is mentioned. Shandy says fragile/toxic masculinity. The patriarchy is mentioned. Someone talks about what they're drinking. Okay.
Already happened.
I mean, y'all got to have a good buzz on at this point. I mean, we've ticked off a few of these, so you're welcome.
Something about Harry Potter is talked about. Hashtag I'm with hers is mentioned. Running or yoga is discussed. Someone mentions their cat or they make an appearance. We've already done that. The universe is mentioned. Amanda talks about public transportation. Someone
Oh,
said
I did that too.
the fourth or fifth broadcaster is mentioned, Jay or Matt. Jay has been mentioned, and he's actually upstairs with Alex, who slept all through the night for the past several nights. And now today he's got a tooth coming through. So, of course, he woke up after 2.5 hours. So it was a nice night's sleep. There's any kind of poop/potty training talk. Shandy talks about French / anything French related. Chug, while Colleen reads Matt's What She Said. Shandy rants about Republicans. Colleen talks about how much sleep she's gotten. Okay, I swear to God, I hadn't read that at the time. A child makes an appearance. I think Astrid should count in the intro.
Yes.
So, retroactively drink. Finish your drink if the fifth or fourth broadcaster makes an appearance. Andy loses his virginity. This deserves a 6-pack to be finished.
Yep.
And I believe, so that was in the Facebook group. I believe that when this was posted in the patrons group, somebody also added, every time I say good times.
Matt did. He said, yeah. I'd add Colleen says good times to the take a drink category. I think that's fair.
Good times, good times. What's the thing? At the end, I always go, and on that note, but I've started kind of cutting it out because I'm like, I don't know.
Why? It's like your catchphrase.
Yeah.
I feel
like your sign off. It's like your good night and good luck.
Okay, fair. Anyway, what has everybody been up to this week?
Not much.
Oh, I hear Cabby Cat purring.
Oh yeah. Because he's having a hard time because he's trying to sit in my lap and the chair is not big enough for him. So like he's kind of falling off my lap or off the chair, and he's really just not happy about it.
Yeah.
But
well, I voted yesterday. Frank voted the day before. That was really exciting.
So is early voting, because I saw that, is early voting like up until the day before? Because our last day was on Saturday.
Our last day was on Monday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you could vote anytime, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. I got my ballot a couple of weeks ago, but in my usual form, I waited until yesterday to actually fill it out, and then I walked it over to the polling place this morning on my way to work, and a fucking woman was like, apparently 100 feet outside of the polling place, asking people how they were going to vote on Measure J. And my first reaction was, are you allowed to be here? And she was like, yep, I'm 100 feet away. I was like, okay. And then I saw that people were talking about it in the actual like polling place, and I thought they were going to do something about it. But then it was like, well, if that is the rule, it has to be like 100 feet, and she is 100 feet. But like, it was jarring and like really annoying.
Just and like, nobody went and like, gave her the old like Pepper's hook thing.
So
when we were
maybe do like 200 feet.
Yeah, like when we were volunteering, it was pouring rain like a monsoon the first day that we did it. It actually was like a nor'easter, which I guess here would be like a mid-easter. But anyway, sure. Regardless, it was raining, and we were set up underneath. So we were right on that line, but we were set up like underneath an awning, and they came and made us move out into the street to give a buffer between the line and where we were, because they said that, we were still too close. And we were like, oh, it's right here.
Wow.
Like, well, because of the rain, people are exiting over here. So that makes it like technically part of polling. So you guys have to stand there. So we had to stand like, with our umbrellas in the middle of the wet grass, and like they didn't care. So like they definitely fish hooked anybody that was.
Oh, I should have made more of a stink of it, but I thought it was being dealt with. And then I think the people that I thought were dealing with it were actually not people who were working at the polling place, and they were just there to vote. So they were just actually leaving. And I didn't see that until I was also leaving. And I made some snide remark to that fucking woman as I was leaving. And then I was like, just calm down. Don't let her ruin your day. It's all good.
Yep.
And then I went to work. This is like, oh my God. I don't know if you guys have been getting this, but like non-stop fucking text messages asking me things. And sometimes it's like Democrats too, asking me. And I rage every single time. My response every single time is, how did you get my number? And then they'll tell me about blah, 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 And I said, no, I did not consent to my number being given out. I did not say that I was okay with randoms texting me. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, we'll take you off our list. But sometimes they'll go back and forth a little bit. My favorite, God, what was it? They asked me like what I thought about some candidate or some measure or something. And I responded saying, I think that randos shouldn't be texting me when I haven't given out my number. But, like, that's what I think. What do you think? And then like that started this whole, again, just like aggro conversation where at the end of it, I had to be like, just settle down. But I do not appreciate that. I don't care which side you're on. Don't fucking text me on my...
answer every single text that I get. I answer all the polls. If they want to comment and if I have something to say, I fucking comment. That's so funny. We are totally...
Oh, it's my private phone number that I don't list. Like, don't bother me. The other thing that I'm excited to not have any more of is just like all the mail, all the shit mail that you get from all the candidates. And like, I know that that's sort of important, but at the same time, it's like, do we really spend this kind of money and resources to cut down trees, to send out these flyers that I immediately put in the recycling? Like, why do we do this? It's stupid.
I don't get any of those.
Oh my God. I
that's
get
like a bi-state thing.
Every goddamn day. You would think that California would be a little bit more concerned with stuff like that, because usually California is pretty fucking cool. But no, I get that shit all the time, and it just makes me rage. But the text messages, for me, that is like, it's invasive. Yeah. And I don't care who you are. And I don't care, like, some of those text messages, like, I support the cause that they're talking about, but like, fuck you. Stop texting me.
Yeah.
So I answer. Shandy says fuck your face, and Amanda ignores them. We round out the spectrum. I'm always so excited. I'm like, somebody wants to hear what I have to say. I'll talk. Okay.
I don't even engage. I would say I thought that the Pantsuit Nation thing that they were doing on Facebook Message, I thought it was a super slick and cool thing the first time I got it.
Yes.
Then the 23rd time I got it, I was like, okay, this was a bad plan, guys.
Yes, agreed.
I actually it just keeps cycling back around itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should maybe work on the technology so that if you've already received it, it doesn't send it back to you. Like you don't get it again.
Yes.
Because it like turns people off.
But also, like, I'm not in that group anymore. Why am I getting shit from them?
Because it's somebody that your friends
sold your information.
Anyway, so just a quick, brief housekeeping note, and I'll pause the timer on this. I forgot to hit record on our official track, so you guys just heard 15 minutes of the shitty YouTube audio. Sorry, pretend it was a Ramblecast. But now we're back.
Oh, snap.
Knows why that just changed. Okay. Woo, do we get a drink for when you throw shade at somebody? No.
Yeah, we can add an amendment.
Yes,
to the game.
I don't know. I'm following my own amendments right now.
Well, also apparently by executive order, we can just undo an amendment.
Okay, fantastic.
Right. Or executive order. Sure. I decree.
Yeah, I decree.
I decree.
I am glad though watching this. I'm sorry, watching the results for the North Carolina election. There is one on here that does like directly affect my job, and I can speak to it like ad nauseum, and it's getting voted against 67% to 33%, and they have called it for it. So I am really glad my job description stays the same. So holler for that one.
Good. Nice. Well, that is good, right? We're excited about that.
Yes, we're excited. So
okay, great.
Yeah, I won't even get into it because it's kind of boring, but it involved the judges and elections, and we run the judicial elections, and the General Assembly wanted to just appoint judges, which means, then, the government gets involved, and the way that we currently do it is a lot more fair, so to speak. So anyway, whatever. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. I can relax a little bit now.
Great. I'm glad.
And I haven't refreshed any other website, including PO, like play-by-plays in, I don't know, since we started. So I feel like I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good.
I think that's the best. It's like put those years back on the end of your life. Like this, at this point in the night, it's all conjecture and speculation.
Amanda, when the planet explodes in 10 years, do I really want those years at the end of my life?
I mean, maybe. Maybe that prevents you from being eaten by another human. Maybe you're stronger and fitter, and you can outrun the cannibal humans in the apocalypse. Like I don't know. We don't know, guys.
Okay,
we don't know what's coming.
Fair enough. All right. Okay. If nobody has anything else, I actually have a fun game for us and the chat to play.
Oh.
So does anybody else have anything else for our top of the show portion? Anything exciting that you did? Anything that might add to Kayla's drinking game? Good times. Good times.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Cool. I made one of my first and only, one of my first ever like big political posts on Facebook today. So
it was beautiful.
Oh,
yeah, I saw it was very good.
I woke up at 5 a.m. and it took me until 10 a.m. to write it. So I literally spent 5 hours on those like 3 paragraphs because that's me. That's why our shows go so long. And then I cut it down to a nice even 90 to 100 minutes because
I think that's good.
Myself mainly. Okay. Anyways, so this is the game, okay? It's from a Reddit thread. And the question was, what was the last text message that you sent? And I will extend this to last text in general. So if you want it to be text message, instant message, Facebook message, whatever message, I will accept, okay? That last message is now your 2020 presidential campaign slogan.
I mean, I feel like mine's a little bit tainted because literally the last message I sent was, we're doing a live podcast tonight for the election.
What is the last? I don't know what I sent last. Oh, the last thing I sent was the Bitmoji of myself doing that.
That's a great campaign slogan.
I'll stop talking. The last tweet that I sent was, Florida, why do you always fuck things up?
Okay, that's actually that's a perfect presidential campaign slogan.
That is. Good God, I wonder what the last tweet I sent was. It was probably from this time last year.
I'll look at my last tweet too. That's kind of dangerous.
I don't even have Twitter on my phone anymore. It's downloading.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody tagged us? Political Overflow has a Twitter?
Yeah, it sure does.
Everywhere you want to be.
I'm not counting it. I'm not counting that for my tweet.
No, that doesn't count. Okay, so
what is my last?
My other last text is, ready? Hey.
Nice.
I like it.
Oh, I have another one that's pretty good. I wrote, "It takes a village," sarcastic face.
My last tweet.
It's not tweet. How creepy is he being right now?
Oh, very cute. I like it.
Oh my God! And he's never really like positioned there, so he is playing for the camera right now.
He's such a creeper.
Yeah,
that's right.
Engine whore.
So my last tweet is exactly this. The haters can go to hell.
Oh, that's a perfect slogan.
Yeah,
that's
it was a retweet of something else.
Candy, that would be my slogan if I was just fighting back.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I really like Matt's in the chat.
Yes. Go ahead.
Let me know, Matt 2020 Trieste. See, that's the whole thing. Is I'm not sure how to say his last name. Is it Trieste? Trieste 2020. Let me know when you're close to home so I can turn on the light.
He also said he is never positioned there.
It's kind of like what is the hotel? It's like, we'll leave a light on. Oh, the joke's ruined. Can't remember. This would be something we'd edit out.
but we will. So I was thinking of my blooper show that I keep talking about, doing it sometime in like December or something, like for like a holiday that we would take off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Now, again, I only started pulling things aside episode, I think 3 of this year. So I make no guarantees about back catalogs or whatever, but we should have some fun stuff to make up.
Yeah.
I think we do. Yeah.
Show.
Yeah. Could be a season, like a bi-season blooper, you know?
Yes.
Don't have to go back through the archives. That's a lot of work.
I interrupt this show to say hi, Jana, and hi, Ed, who's only here for the nose ring.
Z.
Sings, plural. Zings.
I mean, he put it in the singular, but I just wanted to amend that.
Yep. Many. On all sides.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow, a lot of love for my political post. Cool. Thanks.
Can I also
like about it? I won't read it on air, but I'm curious because I'm also a narcissist.
But you actually put thought into it? Like, I think it's so rare that people just post shit online and they don't think about it.
And I will have you know that 0 people from my family liked it.
Wow.
Well, that's kind of remarkable.
Wow.
Only person from my family that liked it liked the 2 pro-Trump posts.
Which I was gonna say, kudos to Mama G for calling that guy out.
Oh, that's
yeah, no, she has no fucks to give.
I loved that so much.
That's G's
She
grandpa.
is hot out of fucks to give. Like, nope.
So yeah, but anyways, okay. Rose said that her last post was to Elena, and she said, "Thanks for the inspiration. Love this one."
Nice.
JP 2020 Chinese sounds good. Not 2020. I think it will probably be okay.
Depends on your definition of okay.
Just some of the ones from Reddit, while the rest of you are. Give us some more. And if you do it with your name and then 2020, that'll actually help us pick out like what's a text, a slogan versus what is, just a comment. But some of the other really fun ones are enjoy your pizza, sleep in.
Oh, nice.
What's another one? Sorry, a advertisement just loaded, of course, in my face. I'll feed the cats.
Nice. I mean, that should be everyone's political slogan. Because isn't that what we all want? Just to know that our cats have been fed.
Yeah, that's very true. Another one is I hate it too, 2020.
No, that one's just accurate.
Hold on. I've got a baby question. Where is the crib wedge? You put it under the rock and play.
Jana says 2020, fingers crossed, my nerves are shot.
Yeah, that one's also pretty accurate.
Yep.
Greg says, what an absolute badass.
That is solid. Yeah.
I also
like that.
You are always invited. Kayla's 2020 is you're right.
You're right, LOL.
LOL.
Which really makes it. Susan's 2020, no thanks. Mike's 2020, a lot of old bigots down there.
Mike's. I call shenanigans on that one.
I believe it. I believe it.
Reddit user Obama McLama says, okay. 2020. Another one is, what am I supposed to do?
I like it.
Nice.
And finally, let's see. I might take a short nap.
Yeah.
Well, so long as it's a short one, I feel like, we could allow our elected officials that courtesy.
Yes. Okay. Finally, one more. I can't, I'm pooping.
Oh, that's good.
That's for when Zachary runs for president.
Yep.
I'm surprised I'm scrolling down. I don't see anybody say I like beer.
Oh my god.
2020.
Good. I think that's a step in the right direction.
Although apparently, I mean, that slogan works.
Right. Not in 2020. Something's got to change.
Wait a second, Michael. Was I the person that you sent a lot of old bigots down there too? That is, oh my god. Okay. I knew that sounded familiar. But it just clicks suddenly.
Wait a minute.
Good times. Good times. All right, let's check the timer here, everybody. I know, I feel like we've got 23 minutes left. Exactly 23 minutes left.
Wonderful.
Nice.
I will say, my mom actually just sent me a text message saying women seem to be doing well tonight. So,
Oh, good.
I haven't really been following that, but that makes me happy. Thank you, Mother.
There were a couple of races I noticed where, oh, fuck, I just poured the tequila into the bourbon thing. Oh, shit, I did not mean to do that. It was just like,
Just made a mixed drink for yourself.
no, oh, that was a terrible, terrible thing that I just did. Oh.
So, Raleigh Tango.
Yeah, right. Tell your mom that her new job is to keep us posted about the women's races for the next 25 minutes.
Okay.
And thank her.
Yeah.
Ed said, ew. Okay. Ed said,
Don't need to read it.
creepy one of the night. Well, not got to. Gonna listen to the 3 girls in my underwear tonight.
Oh, no.
Cool. And then Janet said, he's not a baby. Oh, reminder, he's not a baby.
Just in case you forgot. The reminder really is the whole crux of the slogan.
Yes. Did we read Jana's fingers crossed my nerves are shot?
Yes.
Oh, Mitt Romney got back into the Senate. There's your update.
Well, we knew that was coming.
Yes.
Got that one. That's pretty much locked.
And also another update in a shocking turn of events. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has won in New York to become the youngest woman to be elected to Congress.
Wow.
Nobody saw that
Atta
one.
girl.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I'm being sarcastic there. All right, let's get to some. I guess let's just keep moving on with the show. We want to do some facey back.
Sure.
Woo. All right. Well, my tab with the facey back is actually frozen. So if somebody would like to vamp for a second, I think I need to reopen our email. Seriously, it's still frozen. So let me get to the computer. That's okay, because I don't want to mess with it. So somebody else start and I'll pick up. I'm just gonna go switch computers.
Okay. So let me pull it up. So Amy is with Kayla on her excellent drinking game. Colleen told Gott, if Blue Wave starts earlier than anyone anticipates, are you cool with me chugging the F out of hashtag Got Tequila?
You know,
which,
I'm going to do this shot in honor of Florida and how they're giving me my first bout of heartburn for the night.
Okay. Nice. How was it? Not great. It's burning. Oh, it burned so good.
Oh, it burned so good. I hear a screaming baby upstairs that I'm really happy I'm not with him.
Yep.
Feels good.
Yep.
Right
Just let that tequila burn. Just wash over you.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so Got responds, I would expect it, but you may need it more if it does not. Hashtag Got Tequila. Hashtag I got man crush. I got a man crush. That's funny. Oops, I forgot. I got the ep title. Mandy says it's softball season. That won't end. We have a game at 7 tomorrow. Oh, so that means she RSVP'd no to our party. That's a bummer. Mandy, we miss you. Matt says I added Colleen. I'll add Colleen says good times and to the take a drink category. Yeah, and then for our last week's episode, corrections corner. I had 2 full beers last week. Not a beer, almost. It was full. Big girl. I can handle it sometimes. And JP followed up with, there's a certain, for the record, I would like to clear up too.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone help me. I can't remember what that means.
But he didn't clear it up. Later on in the feedback, he steered into it.
Yes, he says that he's not an ass man, but
yet
he did burn somebody on the ass. So there's that.
Oh, that is true. There is true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's all very questionable.
Yes. And Matt posted Frank's outfit when he became a citizen, and it was a pretty sweet American flag jumpsuit.
Yeah, is that a jumpsuit or is it a pant shirt combo?
Oh, good question.
I see
sure
waistband.
I'm hoping it will be.
Yeah.
But the stars and stripes on like the top part and the bottom part really line up. So
yeah. Well, it's a matching set regardless. Whether it's one article of clothing or 2, it clearly is they're meant to be worn together as a set.
Definitely. And to be fair, now that I've just said that, I'm looking more closely and the stripes don't actually line up.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is 2 separate pieces.
Yeah, just because you see there's like a little hint of a blue star waistband.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely pants and shirt. And the blues are not the same color. Anyway, it's pretty amazing.
Well, we myth busted that one.
Only took some zooming.
Little know-how, a little bit of research, and a keen eye to detail. We cracked that case.
I will say though, that outfit is missing a hat.
Oh, hey, we have a guest.
We have a guest, and he has joined us especially for our next section, which is Matt's What She Said.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, Matt.
Yep. Rod number 6 here.
Woo! So we have one more bit of Facey Back to get to, and then the floor is yours.
All right.
Do you have them pulled up?
Yes, they have been pulled up.
So our last bit of Facey Back comes from Fallon, and that is, Shandy, thanks for sharing about Frank's naturalization journey. My husband is English and became an American citizen on July 17th, 2017. He'll be voting in his first election tomorrow. He applied for naturalization a month after Trump was elected for similar reasons to what you shared. My anxiety spiked with the travel ban and all the places he has stamped in his passport. I even did a long Facebook post sharing my frustration, which is so unlike me. Congrats again to Frank and to you. Did you help him study for the test?
And you bet your ass I did. I've actually been meaning to post this in the PO group for a while. I can like recite all the questions and their answers from memory. And there are 100 of them, and some of them are very, very easy. But I remember what all of them are now. We studied the shit out of that.
Honestly, can you not like facetiously? Can you give us an example of some of them?
Who is the current president of the United States?
Excellent. Zachary could become the
What are the 2 major parties in the United States?
Okay.
Political parties.
So
Name one.
What are you? Sorry,
Nick
go ahead.
failed. Continue.
Name one Native American tribe.
I've seen
Okay.
this. I could still be a citizen. Keep going.
But what tribe? Not a figure.
Don't name a native person you've heard of once before.
Duh.
Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States.
The Mississippi.
The Mississippi. The other one is the Missouri, which
Oh.
goes through Montana. FYI, fun fact. This is one of my favorites. What is the ocean that borders the western part of the United States? The other one, the matching one, is what is the ocean that borders the eastern part of the United States? Just in case,
good. Just in case.
Just in case. Yes.
It's good to know these things.
Still be a citizen. I feel so much better.
Anyway, there are a couple that like I was like, oh, that seems vaguely familiar from like high school. But I had to refresh my memory. But some of them are insanely easy. But yeah, there's 100. I know them all.
All right. Well, that's
Wow.
I
for
can't
you.
see what the chat's saying because now that tab has frozen. But if anybody can read that, that'd be awesome.
Actually, sorry, to go back to the questions, there was one that I was really wanting to post for a while for Mr. Nick, which was name one of the causes of the American Civil War.
All right. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us here in PO on this chat right now. We're all just gonna let that one go.
Right over my head.
Well, the first answer is what you think it is, but not what Nick might think it is.
The correct answer is Northern aggression
It's not an option.
and hashtag states' rights. Do I got it, Matt? Did I cover it?
Sure.
Anyway, all right. Would you like to take it away for some Matt's What She Said?
Yeah, sure. I also have some election stuff. New Hampshire looks like it is going to be staying blue in the House. We have our 2 representatives are up or one of them is up for re-election. So we have the 2 Democrats, and unfortunately for governor, it looks like it's going to be staying red. Chris Sununu is like kind of a political family around here. It would have been nice because the Democratic was a woman. So I think at one point New Hampshire was the only state to have a woman as both or as all like the governor, senators, and the representatives at one point a couple of years ago.
Wow.
But
Think about how many times that happens for men.
Right.
it's
Probably
so
don't
rare.
even have the statistics on it because
And another one, because I'm doing Matt's What She Said, it seems appropriate that I bring this one up. In the Virginia 5th House District, unfortunately, Leslie Cockburn lost. She was the Democrat running for the vacancy.
Calling for Cox.
Yep, Cockburn.
She got cockburned, yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit of trivia for Leslie Cockburn. She is the mother of actress Olivia Wilde.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, so Olivia Wilde's real name is Olivia Cockburn. So I don't see why
Wonder
you
why
should.
she
I can't
changed
imagine
it.
why
Yeah.
she changed it. There's probably someone else that already had that name in SAG, so she
Yeah,
had to come
yeah,
up with
yeah.
a different one.
That's true.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And-
without further ado, let's do a little Matt's What She Said.
All right.
Yes, please.
Was this your first time?
Always.
Everything went fairly fast as far as the process goes.
Well,
It would have been up in January. I keep knocking on wood. What were the other big ones? I'm taking that.
options there.
I'm taking that. I think we're going to do them in a minute. It was done in like 10 minutes. they're thin, so sometimes they fly out, and usually I can find it and put it back in.
What the fuck were we talking about?
My nose ring. I stand by that statement. Did I tell you I freaking found it? Did I tell you this? I found the damn thing on the ground, the bathroom floor, like 2 days later. The stone had popped out, so I wasn't gonna, bygones. But yeah,
I did.
Which goes into the next one. Popped it back in. Good to go. They're both down. Choice A or B. Still on the floor. Maybe we could do 2 live shows 2 weeks in a row.
All right.
And this one is not on the show, but this was something that Frank posted, that Shandy posted on her Instagram.
Oh, so good. So good.
The last sentence in particular. What a mess on my chest.
I feel like that we really do have to give the full context.
I can read the full thing.
No, it's better without it.
Yeah, but that's kind of the whole point of this.
Well, follow me on Instagram then.
Yep.
We got some election results in.
Okay. Judging by your tone, they're not great news.
No, bad news in Texas.
No, they couldn't have called it by now. It hasn't been closed long enough.
They were tabulating pretty quickly before the polls were even closed.
There's 23% reporting. But,
but they know which districts are left. Remember last year, and we all thought that pedophile dude Roy Moore was going to win, and Gott was like, no, there's still one city left, and that one city is blue. And he was right, because we were all like, all right, well, I guess we'll drink. And I was like, I guess I'll risk this kid. No, I didn't really say that, but we were all like ho hum, like we were gonna go and like cry now. And then he ended up losing, and it was that like one thing. So like they know how voters go in different cities. So that's that was my takeaway from my 2 hours of CNN before we started.
So what are they saying in Texas?
Yes.
Somebody
quick, tell us what the results are.
Seriously, pull the Band-Aid off, Jesus.
Just that Cruz is winning.
Hey,
how could anyone vote for Ted Cruz? Like,
for what it's worth, Colorado elects its first openly gay governor, the nation's first openly gay governor.
That's cool.
In Colorado. I mean,
great.
Colorado's gonna Colorado, like Florida's gonna Florida, but whatever.
Right.
Like Texas is gonna fucking Texas.
Yeah.
Well,
so it looks like the DeSantis has right now projected to win the governorship by 1 point. It is 49.9 to 48.9. Now, just because I know how it will work in, Georgia, which when I started here did not look good, so I'm assuming that stayed not good. And maybe I've missed it in the chat or whatever. If neither candidates in Florida get 50% of the vote, do we go to a runoff, or what happens now? Somebody Google that for me. Oh, Eric, we have somebody new in the chat.
Oh,
I signed into the chat on my computer on my laptop as the Ramblecast, so I should really start saying things just to fuck with whatever videos are going to come up. So let's see. I love women candidates are the best.
Oh man.
Hashtag the North was right. Okay, we'll just plant those seeds and see what comes up. Anyway, thank you so much, Matt, for that.
You're welcome.
It was fun to have our sixth abroad on with us. And
thank you for having me.
When I first sent you the link to come on here, I accidentally sent it to Matt, the fifth abroad. And then I was like, no, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm so sorry. Just kidding. We don't want you, but sorry. So, we could have lots of broads just show up at any point now.
Hey, it's like our own like Pee-wee's Playhouse, open door policy.
We have open borders here on the broadcast.
Yep.
Yes, we do. And we need
open
to
borders.
help each other.
Promise we won't put you in a cage.
No.
Yep.
No.
Unless you say you want to. If you give consent, then we'll let you sit in the cage.
Yeah. Or if you're Nick.
Yeah. We'll put some magazines in there, some snacks.
Yeah. We're not heartless. We'll give you a sleeping car.
We'll even give you a real sleeping bag, not like the tinfoil one.
Like lining in the middle.
Oh, I gotta stop.
Oh. Anyway, so Tennessee called it for that woman, Marsha Blackburn, and that is the one that Taylor Swift was against. So I have to say, Tay, what happened, girl?
Yeah. Well, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
she could have used her platform a little bit earlier.
right.
Hey,
Right.
somebody could say that about me today, though.
Do you have millions and millions and millions
Right.
of adoring fans and followers?
I do not.
So don't worry about it. You're good.
I mean, no offense, but like, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Fair enough. Anyway, so we
Yeah.
have so we have Eric in the chat, who is I think a new chat person at least. Welcome. Did I say hi to Janet? I said hi to Jana. Just trying to keep on top of things, guys. JP is still there, so that's cool, I guess. All right. Do we want to get into some but her shemales? We'll see how far we can get before the timer goes off. And
All right, let's do it.
all right, cool. So our first message is actually a voicemail from Maggie. And I admit I had it queued up on the other computer, which you guys don't even know, okay? Like what I go through to play a voicemail every week. So the fact that I now have to set it up on this computer is really sad. So Maggie actually, this is going to be super quick, and her voicemail is what we asked her to call in about last week. So these are your future sound bites, ladies and gentlemen. Listen and enjoy. Also, what you guys never hear is how it loads. And I said,
Hey, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. Bye-bye. 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 Bye, Felicia.
okay. I will say the laughing at the end kind of makes it.
I think there's a place for that.
Yes. Thank you,
And
Maggie.
I am downloading that and saving that forever.
Oh, so good. Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you so much. All right. Next up, we have an email from John, and we have an email from Greg, and we have an Andy's virginity. So we have 3 emails. Let's check the time. 3 emails, 25 seconds to answer.
Oh, great.
Which is again with our 10-minute buffer. So the 10 minutes might be the first email, but sure. Just kidding. I can take the plunge email if somebody else wants to do Greg's and somebody else wants to do Andy's, which is going to be Shandy's. So I'm assuming
that means Greg is me, huh?
Yes. There's our timer. Thanks, Alexa. All right, ladies, let's get this shit done before 30 minutes from now, and we'll be a record. A record.
All right, let's do it.
Do it. All right. Here we go. Taking the plunge. So I've been feeling down recently that I had not been accomplishing enough. So I wanted to do something to remedy that, even if that was something fairly minor. Near where I'm living is a national park with a large beach that is primarily known for 2 things, being almost untouched by man and purposely kept that way, and being clothing optional. I had always been interested in seeing what it would be like to try to go to a nude beach, mainly because anyone I knew who had done so always reported back what a great experience it was. So one particularly hot weekend, I decided to take the plunge. I didn't know how long I was going to be there or even what I should bring, so I wore a pair of swim trunks and took a fairly normal beach gear, fairly normal beach gear with me. When I got there, I drove to the end, that is the more designated clothing optional part, and made my way down, still unsure what would be waiting for me on the other side. As soon as I hit the sand, it was nothing but naked people as far as the eye could see, which was initially quite jarring. However, my surprise was quickly overtaken by the overwhelming feeling of self-consciousness in being the only person who was still clothed. That actually said a lot to me about us as humans. No matter the circumstances, as soon as we find ourselves in the minority, we feel out of place. It was amazing how immediate this feeling overcame me. Is anyone looking at me? Quote unquote. Quote, is it okay that I have clothing on? Unquote. Since the beach is quite long, that's what she said, I pretty much kept walking until I found a private spot far away from other people. After laying out my towel, the moment of truth had arrived. I still had on my trunks with a jockstrap, underwear, not athletic support. So what's the difference? Matt, we have a dude. What's the difference between jockstraps? Because I just thought, jockstraps go jockstrap.
I don't know. I never did the jockstrap thing. Fortunately, I can't really offer any insight on that.
Shit, why am I on the spot now?
Yeah, I wasn't a sports guy. Shocking, but sorry, I can't really add anything.
All right, fair enough. So we still had the jockstrap on underneath in case I wanted to start off by easing my way into full nudity. However, I figured this is what I had come there to try, so I might as well go for it. So I stripped everything off and found myself completely naked in public. From that point on, I just did normal beach stuff. Laid out in the sun, went into the water, still pretty much by myself except for the occasional passerby. I ended up staying about 2 hours, and by the time I finally had to leave, I was finding myself really enjoying the experience, so much so that I was sad to have to go. There was something very relaxing about the whole situation, and I knew that I should give this another try now that I had a better feeling for everything. So a few weeks later, I did just that. I went back to the same spot, but this time set myself up much closer to other people and felt totally at ease, so much so that I walked the entire length of the beach naked, in full view of the other beachgoers, not feeling odd whatsoever. The whole experience was something I was curious to try, but never something I expected to enjoy nearly as much as I did. As long as the weather stays warm, which, thanks to climate change, when is it not nowadays? Hashtag please vote. Yes, hashtag please vote, Florida. I plan to keep going back, and honestly, even after just 2 trips, I think it would feel odd to me to be on a beach where I'd have to stay clothed. The whole experience just felt so good and so natural, I would not have wanted it any other way. I highly recommend this to everyone. If you are even remotely curious, do what I did. Just go by yourself first and find a time where the beach is not too crowded. This way, if it's not for you, you can head out. No harm, no foul. But I think you may be surprised, just as I was, how great this could be. In fact, I dare you to look up reviews of nude beaches on TripAdvisor or the like and see if you can find any negative comments. Instead, you'll find a flood of people who, just like me, were skeptical to try this experience out and found themselves unable to go to a beach any other way from this point on. Also, don't forget that most of these locations are clothing optional, which means just that. There is no pressure to be naked. There were plenty of men in Speedos and women in thongs, so I knew that there's that option as well. But after having this experience myself, I think I can safely say that you might very well be surprised how great an adventure this could be. So, ladies of the broadcast, perhaps consider adding this to your list of listener suggestions, along with making your own sex tapes and scrapbooking more. Order events yet to be determined. Always scrapbook more. That will last longer and you'll get it from the heart. And maybe try this out for yourselves. Most people there were couples and very friendly at that. So bring your significant other and go on an adventure. And for Colleen, I would say,
a lot of sand.
Why not bring the whole families? Yeah, that is a lot of sand. That is never fun. Why not bring the whole family since your kids are still young enough that they wouldn't be embarrassed by it? I think there was a great lesson for body positivity while in doing this. No one cared what anyone looked like, and even if you're not 100% confident in your own body, which very few of us are, you'll inevitably see someone that will make you think, well, I know I look better than them. John's rating, 10 out of 10. Would definitely and surely will do again and again. Perhaps I'll even muster up the courage to post a photo or two from my time there. Thanks for listening. Yay for a new adventure. Cool.
Cool. Well, John, I'm glad you found something that pulled you so far out of your comfort zone and it was a positive experience.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly, like, this email has got me thinking though a lot about just clothes in general and how like it is. I know that like we do clothes to protect from the elements.
Yeah.
And then potentially like what is it that made us self-conscious about nudity? Like is it then, does it have to do with like our just like generally globally fucked up relationship with sex? Is that it? Because like there's literally no other animal that feels weird when it doesn't have clothing on.
Yeah. But well, I think it's the attention to like how the body has to look. So if you don't have clothes to hide, that like we have to hide the things that we don't feel good about.
Yeah, but like legally, even.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you feel great about them, legally you can't. In most places, just.
Oh, right. I see where you're going. I totally missed the point you were trying to make.
just thinking about clothes.
Honestly, Jay, and I do apologize because Jay just texted me from upstairs that they called Texas for Ted Cruz. So. Thumbs down on that one. Yeah, so I do apologize.
I wonder if he would have won without gerrymandering.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. Just, I don't know. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. So I'm sorry. My mind did drift for a second to like, darn. Nude, naked people. Okay. Wow. You would think that there would be nothing that could distract me from the thought of naked people, but
what you don't want to do is combine the thought of Ted Cruz and naked people.
Right. So maybe that is just code for like moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
remember the Ted Cruz porn party? That was a thing.
Trying not to remember that.
Right. Anyway, sorry. Focus. Naked people. I will say that although like, okay, yes, I agree with the end thing what I heard you guys say just now. And when I go back and edit, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it's also my right to like want to cover up what I'm uncomfortable about, you know, just because I am. But I will say that since having Alex, I'm a lot less like strict. Like I will whip out a tit in public and not even care anymore. I did it at the fucking meetup where I was like, I'm just gonna sit here because whatever, kids gotta eat.
Yeah.
I'm a lot less ashamed of like body stuff. And it's funny that it took this point versus like anything else. Because even when I was pregnant, I was like, you know, I stayed so like small with Zach. People are gonna expect me to like be small with Alex, and I wasn't. I was much bigger. You know, so I felt a lot of pressure during that time, and now I'm just like, you know, whatever. My abs are kind of ripped still, and I'm never going to look like I did before. So I may
like literally ripped.
Yeah, I may as well just be comfortable.
No. Yeah.
Somebody look at me and be like, "Oh, cool, she had a baby, whatever."
Right. Well, do you think it's also because like you just have this newfound respect for like what your body has done and can do? Or is it just a sheer like, well, you know,
Yeah, I'm kind
an
of
ambivalence?
I'm like, whatever. Like, I have more respect for not like what it can do, because I always have respect for that, but more so like I feel like this time around everybody else has more respect for what a body can do, so they'll be more forgiving when they look at me.
Mm.
Versus before, I thought that they would like judge me, like, you know,
Also, like, fuck what they think.
as fast as she did with Zach.
Right, but and to that same point, it's like, yeah, we could say, you know, fuck what everyone else thinks to we're blue in the face, but in spite of that, most of us do care.
We do care, yes. But I think that like also repeating fuck what anyone else thinks makes it easier to internalize and believe that.
Yeah.
Because really fuck what anyone else thinks. But I agree that of course we all do care to a certain extent. It's hard to escape.
Right, but that doesn't mean that we can't work to move past it.
Yeah.
So okay.
I agree.
The other 3 people on this call, would you guys go to Nude Beach? Has John convinced you? Chat, has John convinced you? Or what are your feelings on nude beaches? Hit me.
I would say no, just because I get cold easy. And I feel like when I'm at the beach, I like to have various layers for when a breeze comes and I get chilly. And the sand situation.
The sand. Yeah, the sand's not good. There's, you know, no. Like
I could do like
vagina havers are not.
Yeah. I could do topless, but I feel like I'd want to have the gine covered and protected.
For me personally, at the beach, like that just really doesn't interest me. I can see like sort of like philosophically why somebody would want to, and like all more power to you. But for me, it's like there's sand, like you're talking about temperature. Mostly also it's just more sunscreen that I have to use. So
that's true. It's so much sunscreen.
So much sunscreen. But like if it was like a I don't know, like a hot springs or something like that, then sure, like that's a different sort of environment that I could be down for. But the beach,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of good news. Eric in the chat says that Kim Davis lost, and that is Kim Davis of I Won't Marry Gay People. Kim Davis.
Yeah.
Good.
So, I mean, that was some karma that took like 5 years to come around, but cool.
But it always does.
Universe always prevails.
Yes.
Donald Trump is going to come back as a slug that somebody is going to put salt all over someday for fun. Because they're like, ew, gross slug. I don't want you invading my house.
You know, like I posted it. I think I posted it in PO, and then I also posted it on my wall. That opinion piece about us coming back. I literally think about that every day. Like how different the world would be if we were really all coming back, and we knew that. Like, every single policy decision, everything that you would do would be so much more compassionate, which sucks because you're thinking literally like of yourself in your next life. But if that's what it takes, and that's what it takes, and like, fuck.
Which is also probably why we don't know what comes next, so that you can live the current life as authentically as possible.
I guess, but it's sad because thinking about what the world would be like if that were true, and if that was actually a thing, it would be like this utopia. I mean, think about it. Like, what if you were a super conservative Republican, but you knew that when you came back, there was a good chance that you were going to be somebody fleeing, like you'd be an asylum seeker, maybe with a kid, maybe coming to the US, you know?
Ooh,
that might change your take on family separation.
It might, but I would worry that it wouldn't.
No,
that's just
no. But if everyone really knew it deeply, I'm not talking about like religious belief. Cut
this part out, like I normally would.
Okay, so you're saying next email.
I'm saying next email, but I'm also saying that Janet. Okay, so Janice depressed. Janice is LOLing, and Janet said that there are some awesome, badass Democratic women joining the House. So
that's what Mom said.
Yes, and then Lori said, "Agreed, Janet."
Oh shoot! My mom actually just texted us. I'm sorry. I told her she was going to be our correspondent, and then I forgot to read her text. She said, women just took a couple more races. I'm loving it. 4 exclamation marks. Then she said, more women, 2 exclamation marks. And the Dems now control the House. Yay, 3 exclamation marks.
Nice. Well, that's good. So at least we're like living up to like what was being projected. So that's something.
I mean, we did lose a couple of governorships and shit that, you know. But okay. Dems won the House. Cool. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Moving on to our next email here.
Our next email from Greg.
But one more thing. I know that I like to do this where I'm like, let's move on. And then I like stall us. Welcome to the broadcast, Matt.
Hello.
I'm super fucking trippied out about how I've got Janna, Janet, and Janice.
Yes.
All there.
All the J ladies.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All the J ladies.
All the J ladies. All the J ladies. All the J.
Okay. So Greg's email.
Yes. Greg, Andy, and then we get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's do it. Greg says, hello, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. I hope by the time you're reading this, things are looking good for the country. Well, we'll see. It's 8:30 p.m. now, and it's going back and forth, and I can't watch anymore until it's final, or at least close to final.
Shot got tequila. By that I mean just a sip, because again, I gotta get through this show before I get fucked up. Which is because it's school night.
Yep. Also fair. I kind of took a break from podcasts and had fallen way behind. But I listened to the 5 episodes I missed in the past 24 hours, and now I'm all caught up. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of us talking.
That's like
I am sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for whatever I said. I don't remember it.
Yeah. Unless it was really funny or really insightful, and then you're welcome. Thanks for filling my ear holes during this crazy day. You are so welcome, my friend. That's what she said. Amanda, yes. I'm super jealous you got to see Cursed Child. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Maybe one day I'll see a performance of it. Dude, I would go back and I would see it with you. It was worth every penny. I was wondering if you could offer some advice. How do you keep a neutral to positive tone when dealing with less than qualified coworkers? Or does the sass run strong with you like it does me? While some of the situations is out of my control, I have been trying to control what I can to not make things worse by being too blunt or sarcastic to the wrong person at the wrong time. Sarcasm has been a defense mechanism for me for a long time. But certain people take it literally or take it too personally. I don't know what to do. Should I try to continue to keep to myself, fake a tone, or should I be myself? I'm sure there is a balance, but it's frustrating when you're doing something well and you get lectured about tone when others are performing at a mediocre level. Hope the night is going well. Greg. And then there's a little PS that Greg sent to us. Just wanted to say thank you again for letters and mug. They mean more to me than you can know. You 3 are the best. And for everyone, a little context there.
I don't know if we're supposed to read that part.
No, I thought we were.
Okay. I disclaimed this at the very beginning.
And you said yes, right?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. I just had like an internal panic attack that I did something wrong.
And before we started recording, I said, heads up, Greg wrote in this email and the PS says this, which means that we can say it on air. Just wanted everyone to have a heads up in case we got to this email and whoever read it was their first time reading it and they had a panic attack of was I was just supposed to read that.
Right. No, I read it and then had a panic attack that I misunderstood you.
Look, the important part about the PS is he says that we are the best. And that is
Okay.
Moving on to, we'll close this out with this week's In Andy's Virginity.
Wait, do we? I know.
Answer the question.
Oh,
I got so sidetracked.
I'm sorry.
You have thrown me all off my game.
I'm worst. See, we would this out, but we can't because you guys are all here. But you know, we probably will. And stay tuned for the blooper show because you'll hear that there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's gonna be some good stuff.
Yeah.
That is going to be some good stuff.
I will. I know what I have to say to this, but I'll let you guys go first.
Well, you're already talking. Go ahead.
No, I'm always already talking. Let's be honest.
I know. Oh, let's just veer in. Go for it. Lean in.
I'm not going to have the wrong answer. So I have a coworker who I think, and she's never actually said it, I think that she keeps to herself a lot. I think she finds me to be like a very much like a TMI kind of person and like a little bit like oversharer. So I frequently get the impression that although I don't think she dislikes me and she talks to me, I think that she also thinks like, you know, she's a lot. So I don't know. I would keep to myself, and that's just because that's where I currently am, where I'm like, you know, be cool, Colleen. Stay quiet. Everybody will like you. Everyone, 100% of the people. So anyway, yes, that was my that was my advice is just, you know, I would say keep to yourself, but I am also 100% on board for anybody that has any advice that differs.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same thought that like keeping to yourself unless what you can say benefits the situation in some way. Like if you can make it sort of an inclusive joke that like makes them feel more comfortable. So like maybe they're mediocre at their job because they're like super stressed out and like they're super in their head and they're making dumb mistakes because they're worried. So maybe, you know, making a nice joke calms it down. But yeah, I think it's like if there's the possibility that you're just going to come off like sounding kind of snarky and nasty, then yeah, I would just assume take the high road.
Yeah, like similarly, I would say that a sarcasm probably isn't the best. Like I would say like keep sarcasm out of the workplace just in general, unless it's with a coworker that you like really know and can trust and you know they're going to take that the right way. Otherwise, you don't know how people are going to take it. And just kind of like Amanda was saying, like, you don't know what's going on in their life. But also, maybe they appear to be a mediocre performer, but they're doing like all this other amazing stuff that you just don't know about. You know, like there's a lot of possible answers. I personally, like all of my coworkers are super qualified. So I don't deal with this specific thing at my job, but like there are people in other lanes, I would say, where I work with who it's not that they're not qualified because they are, but they might not know exactly what my specific job entails. And so, you know, there might be misunderstandings sometimes, or I might need to explain things that seem obvious to me, but it's like, well, because they're not in the same job, they just don't know that. And I just try to like always, I practice my Zen at work because like I just have to be super neutral. And it can become kind of a habit and just like the way that you are. And I think if you know, just try to have like pleasant interactions with everyone, then most of the time they'll turn out okay, you know? And you don't have to be friends with everyone and not everyone needs to like you. But it's amazing what can happen sometimes when like you're just, I don't know, when you just put out like a different sort of energy into the interaction that's positive, that's like accepting, and that's sort of understanding.
Agreed.
Even if you think that they're being a mediocre worker, like, you know, there might be a lot more going on. And it doesn't, like, at the end of the day, like, what does it benefit, you know?
Okay, so Craig says, I don't care if I'm liked, but I don't want to be viewed as a negative thing when it comes to job performance. Yes, I would say just, you know, stay whatever. Also, we have a special appearance by the fourth broad who wants everyone to take a shot in honor of Beto.
Oh,
Don't pour it out. Drink it.
Oh, true. Pour one out into your mouth.
Pour one out into your mouth.
Yeah. Don't waste not, want not. Beto would not want you to waste.
Up a lot of house seats in Texas they wouldn't have because Beto
we didn't donate a lot of money to all those people.
But Beto's great campaign has helped those people in those seats, so it's not for nothing, not for
Hey, change is incremental.
Positive. Yes.
We'll get him on the next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, drink, y'all. All right. So just checking in with the chat real quick. Janet. I feel like I've got to do that because I'm just so whatever. Oh, actually, Eric says, is he shouldering Ms. Pac-Man? Yes. So Zach and Jay and Alex they played the Ms. Pac-Man thing all night. And Amanda, I can't wait until you stay with me and see these fucking games that I hate.
Oh my God. Hey, couple of days, I'm coming.
What? Joe Montana? I know. Shandy
Montana?
Shandy Montana? Wait. Tell us me again about Montana.
How is Tester doing?
Who is in the lead?
How is Tester doing?
Who?
Tester. John Tester.
John Tester. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I think that's a thumbs up for you.
That was
Cool.
not super for sure. John Tester is fucking awesome. I have to Google this right now.
Cool. Okay, so Ann Kuster is keeping her seat in New Hampshire. Oh, Matt, you can just tell us that.
Oh, John Tester's looking really good. Oh.
Tester is doing well. All right, drink ya all. All right, let's finish this up with this week's in Andy's Virginity. Because we are at an hour and 18 minutes, so we are like super close to that hour 20 goal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we're about to fucking waterfall, so it's probably gonna be a few minutes to get through this.
Okay. This week in Andy's Virginity, Andy writes in, "Hey broads, unfortunately no big news for the live show, so no waterfall. But that's not a surprise considering what I've been doing lately. It's been a nice little bonus for the listeners to get to hear any big news when you do, but this is one of those things you can't force. Maybe next live show." Yes indeed. "I got to hang out with Alice again when a group of friends went to the movies. Due to that cursed assigned seating, we didn't sit next to each other, but it was still nice to talk with her before and after the film. Her schedule should open up soon, so we're planning on grabbing another coffee or something sometime soon. Of course, I'll keep you updated. That's about it this time around. Here's hoping the election gives us a bit of relief. Hashtag I'm with hers, Andy."
Drink. Cool.
Nice.
All right.
All right, I like that. I like the quick little update.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, Jamie Joe is in the house, so we have to give a big big welcome to Jamie Joe.
Hey.
Hello.
Girl, hey. Yeah, cool. All right, good times. Thank you for the update, Andy. All right, party people up in the chat. Does anybody have anything else? Janice says, "Cheers to Beto for the future." Ed said, "I bet." Oh, he wants you to drink.
Oh.
I just hope that one day somebody could make a pun like that for my name.
We'll workshop it. We'll figure it out.
I'm calling on you to drink. I don't know.
Good times. Oh, everybody take a drink. But anyway, yeah, sorry that we weren't as up on the chat this as we usually are for the live shows. I really did get thrown off on the two computers versus going back and forth like I usually do. I was out of my rhythm.
It happens.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. I think we'll do another live show. Are we going to do a Broadsgiving or?
I think we should. I
holiday?
see no reason not to.
Yeah.
Okay, so our Broadsgiving show. Oh, my boss just texted me Beto with 3 sad faces, and I'm going.
Man, the entire country was pulling for him, including Beyonce.
Except those random pesky 3 million people in Texas that voted for him.
What is it like to be Ted Cruz?
Oh,
do you like yourself? Like, I wonder.
I mean, there are so many people that I really wonder, like, what they see when they look in the mirror and how they sleep at night.
Right.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, sorry. This is a sad. We can't go down this road. Anyway, Friendsgiving. Happy times.
Okay. In honor of, I don't know, election night 2020. No, 18.
20. You know, we're cheersing towards the future. That's fine too. Whatever.
Buffer in here somewhere. In honor of election night, and this is different because I don't know. Okay, so in honor of all that, everybody take a drink or whatever. Hey, remember, just to get narcissistic for a second, remember how I've always, mentioned about my hair was falling out? See that? Everybody can see that?
Yeah, baby bang.
Yeah, that's my hair growing back in, and my hair looks like that literally all through my head, and it's at that point where it looks kind of weird now, like especially in the front, and I'm like, oh well, what can you do? Anyway, hashtag why we have children. Okay.
Hey, you are on your way to Gwen Stefani 90s like Little Bangs.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cause I still love to wash in your old bath water, make me feel like you couldn't love another. Yeah, okay. On your list with all your other women. Okay, now everybody is like, I'm done. I'm out. Okay. Also, we are also out. We just did that to confuse you.
Brad's giving November 20th.
Yeah, November 20th. We'll be back live in 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah, that's so soon. I can't believe that's in 2 weeks. Oh,
I know, but I'm really excited about not having to edit that week either. Super awesome. Ed said, always have to Colleen to lean on. Oh, always have Colleen to lean on. Lean on.
That's cool.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Excellent. Mississippi Senate has a runoff. Yes, Broad's giving. Mandy said she was invested in her little local town elections, and that's great because that's what you should do, right? Like start at the ground level and then like work your way up. So woohoo! All right, so we will. Kayla's gonna update the drinking game. I'm gonna update my drinking selection. Mandy won't have softball. I think Janet, Jana, and Janice are also going to join us. Eric said, thank you. Great way to spend election night drinking and laughing. Drink up.
Cheers.
All right. I guess, yes, thank you to the patrons yes, thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/JayandJack. If you'd like to be, if you would also like to shop through the Amazon affiliates link, you can go to Amazon.com. I'm sorry, jayandjack.com/Amazon. Everybody on every podcast gets that wrong. jayandjack.com/Amazon. Just set that for all your Christmas list shopping. Like that is like even better than the Patreon. It's not, but it's just like kind of tied with that. It's kind of like, if it was like a runoff between Amazon and Patreon. I don't know. So let's test that out. Everybody use both and we'll see which is better. If you'd like to buy an awesome Team Universe, Team Science mug, you can do so through jayandjack.com/store. And I don't know. What else do I usually say? Thank you to the patrons that contribute a certain level. That would be Ed, the Skid Mark Detective, who says that we are always enjoyable and always beautiful. Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Maggie the Magnificent.
Bye.
Tokyo. Joanne with a Plan. And Eckhart Rickner. Thank you guys so much. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for spending election day with us. And if you're listening to this after, thank you for spending your after election nights with us. You guys had, the results the whole time. So good for that. Yes, thank you for Taylor for making the drinking game. Thank you to Ed for Hi, and Rue and Susan and Janet and Janice and Jana and Greg and Eric and David. I hope you get laid for your anniversary tonight. And everybody else that popped by the chat. Thanks, guys, so much. We wish you adieu. All right. On that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
And Matt. Say goodnight, Matt.
And I'm Matt. Remember me?
Hooray!
Mike's been on mute for most of the night.
You mean you weren't trying to mansplain your way through the whole show?
I think you would probably like having a man not interrupt you and explain things.
We would have made an exception for you on your first time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I would appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. That's what she said.
On that note, peace out, guys. Bye.
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 See you in 2 weeks. Bye.